Welcome to the Eat Better, Move Better, Live Better podcast presented by Flourish with Tracy, where we'll dive into the realms of holistic wellness, plant-based nutrition, yoga, and self-care to help you live your best life. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for our special segments. Meditation Monday, start your week with mindfulness. Wellness Wednesdays, get the midweek boost you need. Sadhana Saturdays, dedicate weekends to personal growth. Join us as we explore and discuss all things to eat better, move better, and live better. Today, we're going to talk about Seva. It's a simple act of selfless service and how to use it as a form of sadhana or devotion. How you can use it as a spiritual path, a yogic discipline, or a daily practice to align with your truth, your love, and freedom. Before we delve deeper into Seva, let's first understand the word sadhana. Sadhana comes from the Sanskrit word or root sad, which means to accomplish, to bring to completion. It's a spiritual discipline, a practice done with consistency, devotion, and awareness that leads us towards self-realization, inner transformation, and personal union with the divine. It's not just an activity, it's a conscious discipline and repeated practice that moves you from the ordinary mind toward the higher self. And it's important to note that sadhana is not just a habit or a routine. A habit is something that we do automatically, often without awareness, like brushing our teeth or checking our phone. A routine is a repeated action for efficiency, like exercising at the same time each day. Sadhana is different. It is a conscious, sacred, transformative act. And each time we do it, we polish the mirror of our heart, bringing us closer to our higher self. So while both habit and routine can shape our lives, sadhana shapes our soul. It's the bridge between knowledge and realization. And reading, for example, about peace is not enough. Yet meditation as a sadhana makes you peaceful. Believing in compassion is not enough. However, using Seva as a sadhana will make you compassionate. It transforms spiritual ideas into a lived experience. Sadhana may take many forms depending on your path, your temperament, or your traditions. For example, breath work and meditation, where you sit in silence, do breath work, pranayama, or chant mantras, or japa and mantra, repeating sacred sounds with mala beads or silently. Self-study, swadhyaya, reading scriptures or spiritual materials of sacred texts. Puja or rituals, devotional practices, offerings, or prayers. Yoga, asana practice, performing physical postures as a way of purifying the body and mind. And our conversation today, Seva, selfless service, performing actions without any attachment. And with this understanding, now we can explore how Seva, this selfless service, becomes not just an action, but a sadhana, a spiritual practice that liberates both you who serve and those you are serving. And it's offering this service without any expectation of return or reciprocation. It's to serve, to attend, and to honor. So take a moment to reflect silently. When have you served someone else without expecting anything in return? And what did that feel like inside your heart? That feeling is the essence of Seva. Seva is the core of karmic yoga, the yoga of selfless action. The Bhagavad Gita emphasizes that action without attachment leads to results. And this teaching forms the foundation of Seva as a sacred practice to purify the mind, because it replaces selfish tendencies with selfless offering. And there are so many different traditions of service, serving humanity and community service as a part of a daily practice, serving through compassion, free community kitchen, serving meals to everyone regardless of their status. That's Seva. And there's a difference between Seva and volunteering. Volunteering is external. Its focus and goals are often connected to a social service, giving back, and it can be done for recognition or personal satisfaction. Seva, however, is an inner focus, focused on transformation through outward actions. It's performed as an offering to your belief, the divine. Recognition is not sought nor required, and it can be done anonymously, most oftentimes. And when you combine the Seva inner focus, selfless service with a devotional practice of sadhana, you transcend the ego. Seva reduces the sense of I, me, and mine by prioritizing others before the self. You present compassion. You learn to see yourself in others, in their joys, their sufferings. It invites you to embrace humility, as true service places the divine above the self, suffering pride and entitlement. And you exhibit patience. Serving requires surrendering control and timing. And it offers you an opportunity to practice detachment. Offering service without clinging to results trains the mind in non-attachment. Seva is a form of purification. Remove selfish motives by reorienting actions toward love. Building equanimity by teaching acceptance, whether or not service is acknowledged. It opens the heart and aligns us with our sacred duty or dharma. And we've all witnessed stories of selfless servitude in those who have served Seva with inspiration. For example, Mother Teresa lived a life of compassion. Mahatma Gandhi embodied service through simplicity, truth, and nonviolence. Sikh Langar had community kitchens feeding millions of people daily without discrimination. And there are everyday heroes in our lives: parents, caregivers, teachers, nurses, ordinary Seva in daily life. So ask yourself, who in your life has been an example of selfless service, freely giving and not expecting anything in return? Take a moment here to extend gratitude to them. And how about you? What areas of your life can you shift from what will I get to how may I serve? You can practice selflessness in many ways. You can practice a physical seva by cooking meals, cleaning, caregiving, helping in community spaces. An intellectual seva by sharing your knowledge, mentoring, teaching skills, creative contributions. An emotional seva, listening without judgment, comforting others and offering presence. A spiritual seva, praying for others, blessing, holding others in meditation or energy work, holding space. And you can practice seva daily in your own home, preparing food with love and doing chores as an offering rather than an obligation. You can practice daily at work, supporting your colleagues selflessly, mentoring without needing recognition. And you can practice within your community through activism that's rooted in compassion and offering skills. You can also practice Seva silently, anonymously giving, performing unseen and unknown acts of kindness, allowing the ego to dissolve by serving without credit. So as you reflect, ask yourself, where in my life do I already practice Seva? And where can I bring more awareness to it? Take a moment to recognize where service is already present in your life. And as you begin to establish daily practices, set intentions for them. For example, in the morning, you may wake and ask, how may I serve today? Perhaps every evening you can reflect, where did I serve selflessly today? Or weekly, just performing one anonymous act of kindness. And you can reframe your chores as offerings rather than obligations. You can do these things or just simply affirm, I will serve my family with patience by preparing meals with love. Or I will serve my workplace by mentoring without seeking credit. Or I'll serve my community by offering my skills freely when possible. As always, we should take precaution when we practice Seva to avoid inflation of our egos, to make sure that we're not using service as a way to feel superior. I serve more than others. We'd like to be cautious to avoid attachment to the feeling of being needed, to feel that we are serving to feed our self-importance or dependence. We want to make sure that we stay clear of burning out. So overgiving without any balance depletes our energy reserves. And we want to also make sure we want to avoid expectation or a subtle desire for thanks, recognition, or reciprocity. And we can overcome these cautions through daily reflection. Offer service mentally to the divine, not individuals. Balance with self-care, as a well-rested servant serves more sustainably. And practice detachment. Train the mind to act without clinging to praise or outcomes. And all of this helps you be aware of servitude. Recognize when your service has slipped into resentment, guilt, or compulsion. Realign the service with the intention to love and to give selflessly. So I'd like to now invite you to a Seva meditation. So please find a comfortable seat. Let your shoulders soften, let your breath lengthen. You can gently close your eyes or simply gaze softly downward. As you settle in, take 3 deep breaths to arrive in this space. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, settling into the seat. Exhale, softening, releasing. Inhale. And exhale through the nostrils. Now silently repeat, may I serve in a way that uplifts. May I serve in a way that purifies. May I serve in a way that frees. As you're connecting with your breath, breathing in and out at your own cadence and pace, visualize a bright golden light at your heart center. Feel this light pulsing with your breath. Inhale, and as you exhale, feel it expanding throughout your body. Inhale, expanding past the chest and arms to the torso and legs, neck and head. Continue breathing in and out in cadence with this golden light at the heart center until your entire body cavity is filled with this golden light. Allow this bright light to feel warm, secure, soothing. As you inhale, silently say, I receive divine love. And as you exhale, I offer this love in service. I receive divine love. I offer this love in service. As you continue to breathe, imagine your daily actions. Cooking, working, caring for family or friends. Imagine all of these actions. You can visualize them as if you're externally watching, observing, and imagine that each of these actions you are performing is infused with this golden light. See the golden light from within you swirling through and around each of these actions that you've imagined. Your Seva. Allow this infusion to continue to extend outward as a light into the wide world. Every place you go, every person you see, everything you do, quietly, silently, receiving the infusion of bright, golden, warm light from you. And as you continue to visualize this light infusing these spaces, silently say to yourself, I serve not to be seen, but to be transformed. I serve not to be seen, but to be transformed. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a second deep breath in and out. Open your eyes as you take the third breath in and out. With your eyes wide open, feel and see the infusion of the bright golden light from within you. And let's seal with the mantra, Loka Samasta Sakino Bhavantu. It means may all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may my actions contribute to that happiness and freedom. Loka samasta sakino bhavantu. Seva. It's not about doing more. It's about infusing what we already do with love, bright golden light, and sacred intention. Thank you for sharing time and space today. Namaste. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's insights help you on a personal journey towards a healthier, happier life. Don't forget to join every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for more self-care and holistic wellness tips. Before you go, make sure to comment, click the bell, like, and subscribe buttons for upcoming episode notifications. Be sure to always consult a medical professional before making any major changes regarding your health, diet, or routine. In the meanwhile, stay motivated, stay inspired, and remember, every step you take is one step closer to a better you. Until next time, keep flourishing, and as always, may all be well.